Why, hello, friend. Welcome to Convos for A Bubbly Life. I'm your host, Tiara, aka T, and I love to live a life that is bubbly, meaning an extraordinary life by your own design. On this podcast, we explore the journey of creating the life of your desires. So let's get to it. Today, I want to talk to you about soft living and what that means to me, since it's been coming up quite often for myself in my exploration of living an extraordinary life and finding my own personal fulfillment, finding the path in which makes me feel most enlightened and happy and really enjoying this life's journey that I'm on. So soft living. I keep seeing things on posts on social media where people are like, one that stands out to me right now in this moment is, it was like, I need to be somewhere just lounging, eating grapes, in the wilderness or something to that effect, where this goddess image came to mind of laying back on this lounge chair, being fed grapes, this goddess, Egyptian goddess kind of a vibration, which Egypt also keeps coming up for me lately. So that's something I'm like, ooh, I need to do some research into checking Egypt out one day, making a plan to travel there myself. But Egyptian or Greek goddesses just lounging and being soft all day long. It just feels so enticing to me, so nurturing to me. And knowing that overall, I'm feeling called to nurture myself, and in nurturing myself, nurturing those around me, because I truly believe that when we have a full cup, and not just a full cup, but an overflowing cup, we have so much to get, much more to give, right? If we look at the image, right, you're trying to pour out of yourself into someone else, right? When we are serving our community, serving our clients, serving the world, families, etc., we envision ourselves as this glorious vessel, a chalice, a crystal wine stem, whatever floats your boat. And you imagine yourself, your energy is the water that is inside this vessel. And when there's 3 drops left and then a baby is crying and you have to give up those 3 drops to care for the child, you have nothing left within. And babies, animals, the people around you can feel this drain. You feel it within yourself, even if you cannot acknowledge it. It is so heavy. It's hard. So when we take the time to meditate, when we take the time to nourish our bodies and listen to our bodies, when we take the time to have a salt bath, have a massage, fascia blast, anything that feels good to us, mind, body, spirit, that is filling our cup back up. When we allow others to feed us, when we allow others to gift us, when we allow others to give and we can receive, that fills our cup. And as we look at this chalice, the more of the wine, the water, whatever liquid you're envisioning going inside of it, the more it fills up, eventually it gets to a point where it starts to overflow. And that overflow, that is this exuberance for life. And there's so much, the overflow is what we can share, right? And share it while still maintaining our fullness. There's no sacrifice, if you will, when we're there. So for me, the soft life is that getting to a space where my cup is constantly overflowing, getting to the space where I am so well nurtured and taken care of that I can't help but take care of others. I can't help but be of service to others. And what that looks like for me, part of what that looks like for me is when I wake up in the morning, And I do that list of things that I talk about throughout my day of fascia blasting and taking a hot bath and meditating and all of the things. I come from a mindset of like, do what I have to so I can do what I want to do. And so at some point, the meditation, the fascia blasting, the exercising, the eating, the whatever, all became like a part of a have to do list and not a get to do list, it came from a grind perspective rather than a nurturing perspective. And so it sort of came into this place of like, maybe I'm filling my cup up a little bit, but it's not like the full overflow. There's like, it's like, if you envision a water hose, you're outside, maybe not in California because, droughts and things, but you're outside and you're like trying to water your grass or whatever, and there's a kink in the hose. So while the pressure from the beginning that's coming from the house is still the same, while the amount of water that's flowing is still the same, since there's a kink, what comes out on the other end is a lot less than what could actually the potential that hose could bring to water and nurture the garden, right? And so when those tasks become this like part of the grind mentality, they're not as nurturing. Even if we are healing our bodies, even if we are doing the things, like if our perspective is like, shit, I have to exercise today. Shit, I have to do this. Like fucking A. Like I have to get this done. I have to, like I wake up in the morning and it's like, shit, I'm running late and I have to be on a call at 7:30 and I woke up at like 7. So I only have like 25 minutes to get my meditation, brush my teeth, wash my face, try to get a little bit of movement and and so it just becomes this like aggro over like this like not fun. It is not from a place of fun. It's not from a place of enlightenment. It's not from a place of excitement for the day and like getting to do things. So part of it is just shifting the mentality behind it, right? And like shifting our thought process, taking time to breathe. So the softness comes in kind of slowing down and acknowledging, okay, like, dude, I have so much time in my day. And part of me trying to cram all the stuff in the beginning is like out of a fear of running out of energy to complete everything before, like, I'm like, all right, yeah, I gotta do what I have to so I can do what I want to do. And what I want to do is really just like sit down and not do shit. And sometimes it's like, all right, let me just bust through all of this so I can just like be a couch potato. And being a couch potato, while some days it's necessary to just like be like, be a vegetable, if you will, like just be, right? And like not have anything to do, kind of like blank the mind, listen to an audiobook, read, watch TV, and not like get down on ourselves and not have to worry about any of the other things. For me, I do love having like my to-do list completely checked off. So I'm not having to constantly go back and be like, all right, I took a break, but now I have to still go back to work. And so I loved the idea of just like having hours of nothing to do. But in actuality, at some point, an email is going to come in, a text message is going to come in, something's going to happen to break up that ease, if you will. So what I am learning in the softness is like, not everything has to be done all at once, right? Taking the pressure off. When noticing the times in which I am putting pressure onto myself and creating boundaries for myself so that I can allow more softness in. All right, so I woke up this morning. How do I feel right now? What do I want to do? All right, like, am I ready to like hop on the treadmill? Am I ready to get some squats and push-ups and whatever out of the way? Or do I want to like slow down this morning, like look outside and it's gray outside and I kind of want to just feel into the gray, right? And so I might slow it down, brew myself a cup of tea, coffee, whatever, make myself a warm beverage, get in my little fuzzy sweatshirt or my little blanket jacket thing and just ease into the day. Take a sip, calm it down, meditate, and eventually it might not be the moment I wake up or within that first hour, but maybe down the line, the sun comes up, the afternoon or the morning haze gets away, and it's shining brightly, and I feel brighter. And now I can go, you know what? I'm ready to hop on the treadmill. You know what? I'm ready to like dance it out. Ooh, a good song just came on the radio, and now I feel like moving, and now I can take that, right? And so it goes from like, ooh, this is fun for me. Like I'm moving my body, I'm having a good time, versus like force. The force, which, on the other side, like there are times, yes, I've woken up and I'm like, God, I have to get to the gym. And when I get there, once I'm like, 5 minutes in, the adrenaline starts picking up and I feel better. Yeah. So there is something to say about, especially for movement, how, moving our bodies brings in that adrenaline. But in the softness, I'm still moving my body when I wake up, right? I'm not like immediately going like all balls to the wall, like hardcore, but I'm like getting there. I'm walking around. I might pace a little bit, like a slow pace, and just allowing the energy to flow and pick up and wake itself up. And I feel very connected to the sunshine lately, where like, it's been kind of gray in LA, and with the grayness, I feel slower in the morning. But there have been a couple of days where it's just bright sunshine and I'm like, whoa. And I went to Atlanta and it was just sunny. And I was like a lot more, whoa. And that's okay. I feel like that taps into and brings up the natural rhythms of the environment and how that does impact us as a community. I think we've as we've industrialized and revolutionized the world, we've created a society that's kind of constantly go, 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 which breaks up with the flow of how the environment works. Like we look at animals and everything, like, a lot of mammals hibernate. A lot of animals have that like soft time for themselves, that nurturing time for themselves, and then they work in cycles. But we've created a society that doesn't really allow for cycles, even forcing, agriculture to behave in a different way, because we are so go, go, go. And with that, I'm like, that's a no, no, no. I am so ready, and I am inviting in the experience of soft, of flow, of enjoying life. So with that, I am bringing consciousness to, all right, am I putting pressure on myself in this moment? Am I creating the proper boundaries for myself to truly enjoy each and every day? From moment to moment, am I enjoying? What am I doing? What am I feeling? And yes, I'm not perfect at it. And that is part of the journey. That is part of the practice, right? Taking note though, as we're spiraling, as we're doing whatever, is my cup full right now? Do I have enough to give? If someone is, like bitching and moaning about their life, do I have the energy and the wherewithal to handle it, right? And I know for myself, something that I notice is I really want to be that person that's like, hey, do you have, if I'm going to like pour out and like, utilize someone else's energy, I have to like gripe and, bitch about things. Asking, do you have the space for this right now? And I'm very thankful that I have people in my life that are able to just be like, actually, I don't have the time, or I don't have the space to hold this. And they don't think anything less of me for that. So I'm very thankful to have that experience. But I am conscious of like, I want to make that a practice. And how we make that a practice is like being aware of like, oh, there's something that I want to change, and bringing that forward. So in changing that, I'm allowing my mornings to be softer. I'm allowing myself to utilize the entire day, right? Like rather than go, by the time my like work day ends, then like everything is done. by time, actually, like sometimes I feel like by noon I'm drained and I've like tried to force getting everything done, but that doesn't stop the emails coming in. That doesn't stop like my job from happening. And so by like 5 o'clock, I'm like super drained and all I have the energy to do is like fall into the bathtub. Where now, okay, cool. Like, I'll take a break to work out. I'll take a break to do whatever later on in the day. And then my energy has shifted and I have more energy through the day. And then I also am less likely to be bored at the end of the day if like, my roommate goes to play pickleball and I decide to stay home, or I actually have the energy at the end of the day to go play myself because I didn't just like power through everything and burn myself out by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, right? And so with this exploration of self, this is a part of the A Bubbly Life membership, right? This is a part of what we are exploring is creating extraordinary, creating soft, creating a new age, creating a new society, really. Like I have so much vision of everyone finding fulfillment, finding happiness, breaking out of this like status quo of humdrum, mundane. We are like this like robotic machine of like, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do that. And finding and reconnecting with the beauty and the wonder of life. Reconnecting with that side of things. That is what A Bubbly Life is about. And I'm really excited for where this membership is going. And if you haven't checked it out, definitely go to www.abubbly.life/luxury living and give it a look-see. A looky-loo, as I like to say. It's gonna be great. And I'm looking forward and I'm like, one day we'll have like a physical location. That's something that's like also top of mind and my heart, I just envision this beautiful location, something like a hot tub and a meditation space, a yoga space, just like a simple hangout space with like comfy places to sit and pillows and just like a whole kind of like boho, wonderful, soft vibe where people can come, enjoy a kombucha, a wine, a cup of tea, a nurturing place, a place that we can just connect and be and thrive. And with that, thank you so much for listening. Remember, sharing is caring. Again, www.abubbly.life/luxury living to check out all the cool things that we have going on. And I will catch you on the next one. I love you so much. Ta-ta.